Howdy folks, hope you're all having a great weekend, and welcome back to Teenagers in Space, where Kat is struggling to come to grips with the realities of this little thing that we call the chain of command. If you don't know what that is, that's the chain that the commander beats you with until you start obeying their commands. Meanwhile, we've arrived in orbit around Mars and discovered an ark that needs its power supply turned back on. Well, technically that's not correct. The ship's power supply is the sun. It needs its power distribution network turned back on. The ship's getting plenty of power, the power's just not going to the right places. So, some kind of electrical switchboard, and given that we're all about microwave power in this game, we're going to be having fun with lasers. Even though they're not actually lasers.
There is a way to manually fix the connection to the MPT, but it's not going to be easy.
It's never just a flip of a switch, is it?
The design is almost intentionally obtuse, as if it requires someone here to monitor, someone down there to activate them.
Failsafe, maybe?
Kathy, you need to connect them in a specific order. Ryan, what safety margins are we working with here?
Well, the last thing I call these margins is safe. We sure about this?
Powering up Lavos is a mission priority. We don't have any other option. Kathy, be extremely careful, please.
I will.
Everybody on high alert. Final go, no-go poll. Go.
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 Okay. Kathy, good luck.
So, restore power to the ark using these MPT transmitters. There's a single dot over that one.
That's right.
All right.
Why couldn't it just be labelled 1 or A? There's a second MPT transmitter up here, but those two receivers are marked, well, not 2. T shows me that my objective is over there, but it's on the other side of that. Well, it's not a bulkhead, that metal projection thing, flange, whatever you call it. Yeah. And they have to be done in order. Right. So 3, 5, 4, 7. 4's up there. Wait a minute. A, C. So there must be other MPT transmitters on the other sides of these doors. Problem is the doors are shut. Right. So there must be a way in. Let's have a look. Because this is the only place we can get into. So there must be something in here that we can use. Aha! Right. Where's my ASE unit when I need it? There we go. What's that done? Oh, right. Let's open this door. Well, this must be it. There's nowhere else to go. Cut the seal on this one. Ooh, that looks bad. That looks very bad indeed. I don't want to be going in there. Why is it telling me to cut? What? Alright. Nothing's happening.
What a
Oh wait,
mess.
there's...
The breach really did a number on this place too.
Ow! Oh, okay, I get it. So these are damaged power cells, I suppose? And they're what's actually generating the electrical flux. So you'll laser the power cells to detonate them from a safe distance this time. And that clears the way to the next door. At first here I was thinking that I had to aim specifically for the glowing ring around the circumference of these power cells, but I don't think you need to do that. I think you can just laser these things anywhere, as long as you're within range. Although that would suggest that it's not actually a laser, maybe some kind of plasma cutting torch. I mean, I find it hard to believe that a laser would lose coherence at that kind of short range. Ah, whatever. Science fiction. It's the laser cutty thingy. It doesn't really matter. It's the thing I use to slice stuff with. Just have to clear those last 3 in front of the door, and I should be able to get through. should be safe. Just cut the seals on the airlock hatch. And we're in. Yes. 2 more MPT transmitters. I just need to get the door open, so ASE unit to the rescue. Come on, pulse the thing. There we go. I should unlock the door. Yep. Now I can do number 2.
Looks good over here.
Thanks.
Let's just take a look around here first, because number 3, I mean that's number 5, number 3's there. There's number 4, number 7, 6, 8. So 8 I can reach from in here, the first route. But I'm going to have to do that one last. 3 next, you know, obviously I've done 1, I've done 2. Was there a second transmitter in here? There is. Alright, cool. So I can do 3 from here as well. Yeah, I can see 3 from here. This is fine. Do you want to get out of the way so I can see what I'm doing? Thank you. Right. 3 down, 5 to go. I need to be in there next. How am I getting in there? That's the way I came. There's got to be something in... Aha! I see a vent. Now I can't fit in there, but my ASE unit can. Right. Alright. Time to boldly go where no human has gone before. Where's the light switch? There it is. Right. Ah, there we go. There's the interact with the ASE unit thing. That should open the door. Yep, fine. Okay, cool. Let's have a quick look around while we're here. Make sure there's nothing hazardous that I'm about to run into. It's just an airlock leading to the 4th and final set of power transmitters, I think. So this is now going to be fairly straightforward. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't be going through beams of radiated microwave energy. That's one way to get yourself a serious dose of radiation sickness. Not nuclear radiation sickness, by the way. We're not talking lethal doses of gamma rays here or anything. But you'll get cooked. Literally, from the inside out. You don't want to be standing near anything that's pushing out serious amounts of electromagnetic radiation, whether that's a radio transmitter, a radar transmitter, or a microwave power transmitter. You will get cooked. There's a serious hazard on board warships, by the way. Like, if you need to do any work on the upper deck, like at mast height, for example, you have to ensure that the radars are off. In fact, you need the key to the radars, and you need to present it to the officer of the... Wait a minute, are those thrusters pointing at the solar power cells? Somebody really didn't think that one through, did they? Well, I suppose the power cells are retracted in flight, so when the thrusters are actually being used, the solar sails wouldn't be extended, but still, it does look kind of stupid. Right, anyway.
Great.
Where is the next one? But yes, we call this RADHAZ procedure. If you're going to be going anywhere where you're going to be in line of transmission, I suppose, of any electromagnetic sources, you need to prove to the officer of the watch on the bridge before you go up there that the power to anything transmitting has been turned off, which involves getting the key to prove that the thing's been turned off and showing it to the officer of the watch. Otherwise, you're just not allowed to go out. Radar and radio are very, very dangerous at the point of transmission. These things will be no different. Isn't that it?
I think that did it.
Hey, that's it.
Diagnostics?
All of safety margins over here.
Looks good over here, too. Great job, Kathy.
Thanks, Sarah.
Alright. Cat, head over to the bridge and access the terminal.
I mean, the whole Radhaz procedure may sound overly complicated and a bit like a case of health and safety gone mad, but there's a good reason for it. People have died. It's not a pleasant way to go. Right, is this the main... This is the main terminal.
Opera team, Arc Labos is fully functional.
Congratulations, team. 1 arc down, 2 to go.
Let's check the MPT, Ayla.
So, yeah, there were 2 other arcs. I mean, this one was left in orbit to provide power, although the fact that they turned it off would suggest that it no longer serves a useful function, which seems like an awful waste of resources. Arc Habitas was the second one that made it to Mars, and based on the name, that's presumably down on the surface, providing a habitat for the outward colonists, and Arc Vita, which was the one stolen by Isaac Johansson, based on the name, would presumably be the one providing things like food and water to the colony. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they've managed to survive without it.
Claire, the MPT is fully operational again. I'm going to re-establish the connection to the surface.
No!
What?
No, Kathy! We don't know what we'll find down there. You start the MPT connection. We'll be broadcasting our presence to anyone on the surface. Think before you act.
Roger that.
Right. Opera team, head back to Zephyr 3. We'll head planet side and find the other arcs.
Because there's all kinds of problems associated with building a working, living colony on a planet like Mars. I mean, Mars has no magnetic field. So there's nothing to protect you from solar radiation. If you look at a show like The Expanse, it does a very good job of explaining how a Martian colony would actually work. Basically, the Martians in The Expanse all live in underground cities, for exactly that reason.
Entry guidance design has been re-optimized. Preparing for EDO.
T-minus 2 minutes to cruise stage separation. Everybody copy?
Copy.
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 I'm sorry for being so protective. I know I'm not Mum. What I mean is, I see how much you've grown. I know I can trust you.
I'll bet you can't.
Thanks.
Also,
Commander.
you know everybody else can hear you, right?
Moment of truth, Opera Team. If the deorbit burn doesn't function, we all know what to do.
Starting burn.
We are losing 3-axis stabilization.
Nominal velocity changes, propulsive efficiency completely tanked.
Unable to correct.
What about tertiary thrusters?
Gone. Momentum desaturation has failed. Mass expulsion won't help. We are in loss of control.
Understood. Opera Team, abandon ship.
Brian, Sarah, to cargo in the pods. Kathy and I will try one last maneuver. Kat, do you copy?
Hey, top graduate of the astronaut school. There's an emergency situation and your commander just asked you a question.
Kat, copy. You can do this.
Well, yeah, but I'm the one doing it, and I'm not actually the top graduate of the astronaut school, so we may be all about to die. What's the worst that can happen?
Kathy, we need to keep the ship stable until we're ready to drop. Run a diagnostic on the attitude controller. They're our best shot.
Copy.
I probably shouldn't be asking questions like that on a ship that's about to smack into a planet. Okay, no, this is fine. I can do this. It's just a puzzle, and not a very difficult one. Now what? Oh, press the... Yes, the big red button. That's... that one, yes.
Angles calculated. Put them in.
What do you mean, put them in? Put what in? What are you talking about, woman? Okay, so I have 3 switches. Wait, no. Rotate? Rotate to what? Oh, right. It's saying 40. Oh wait, no, they have to be in order. Of course they do. Sorry, there's a big number 40 on the left of the screen there. It distracted me. Okay, so 10. Input that. Yes. 25. Oh wait, no? Oh, okay, so this needs... no. Second position. Now 25. Input that. Good. Third position. 60 degrees. This seems like an overly complicated way of setting the attitude correction system, but we're going to go with it. Fourth position, 40 degrees. Right, done.
They're in. Great. Sarah, Brian, cigarette. Equipment is secure, but we still need to undock the ASCs.
I can do that from here.
No, I can't. Wait, apparently I can. Okay. And now what? Okay, oh, right, yes, got it. Done.
Affirmative. Heading to escape pod. You two better be right behind us. Copy. Kathy, head to the escape pod. I initiate launch and deploy sequence. Leave now, Kathy. I'll be right behind you.
Still having problems with this whole chain of command thing, aren't you, Kathy? Get to... oh, shit. Ow. Okay, the ship's exploding. This is not optimal. Get to the escape pod. Ow! Alright, let's go this way.
Secure equipment in the ASC's reporting. Clear. Get over here.
Copy. I'll activate the auto deploy now.
Auto deployment for escape pods 1 and 2 has been initiated. Enter pods immediately. Escape pod 1.
It doesn't sound very automatic if you have to actually activate it first.
Warning. Escape pod 2. Auto lockdown.
Right, anyway, I'm in.
Hurry.
Come on, Claire, move your arse.
Claire, hurry. I'm coming, Kat.
Oh, that's not good. That's very bad.
Escape pod 2. Auto lockdown.
No. Claire.
Pod 1. Deployment commenced.
Top graduate of the astronaut school still can't figure out how to operate a quick release button. Yeah, Claire's buggered. And Claire knows it.
What are you doing, Claire? Come on, what are you doing? Claire, come on! Why are you moving? You can get it, Claire, come on! Please! Wait! Why are you moving?
Technically, Kat, you're the one leaving her. Oh, you know what? This is a great moment in the game. I do apologise for ruining it.
Pod 2. Deployment commencing in 3, 2, 1.
And then there were 3. Oof. Possibly 2. That didn't look good.
8,000 meters to surface. Pod exceeding optimum velocity.
Stabilise escape pod immediately. Okay. How? Maybe something I can click on, maybe? Anything? Help? How do I do this? Oh, there it is. Alright. Done? Oh, that looks like atmospheric re-entry. Now what? I really hope that heat shield didn't get damaged, although if it did, I wouldn't know anything about it. It'd be over way too quickly. Deploy parachute. Yeah, unfortunately, Mars' atmosphere is too thin for a parachute to do the job by itself.
2,000 meters to surface.
Release the heat shield. Okay, okay. Ow. Something's jammed. That heat shield released. Presumably there's going to be some kind of rocket boost here to slow us down enough. Yep. Is that it? Are we done? Are we going to live? I mean, I imagine we probably are going to live, otherwise this is going to be a very short game. Shit, cat. The word you're looking for is shit. As in, oh, shit. Well, any landing you can walk away from and all that. Close enough for government work. So, what's the damage? Because that pod is basically buggered. Then again, it served its purpose. It's an escape pod. We escaped. Presumably we're alive. So the pod did its job. That does seem like an awful lot of atmospheric pressure for Mars to be blowing the parachute around like that. I'm overthinking things again, aren't I? I'll stop. You know I'm not going to stop. And we're alive. Hooray. That beeping sound isn't giving me a warm fuzzy feeling in the pit of my stomach though. It sounds like something's wrong. I mean, aside from the obvious. Also, Kat still hasn't figured out how to operate a quick release buckle. Top graduate of the astronaut school, by the way. They must have really been scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I mean, aside from being alive, none of this is looking good. This is Mars. We're going to be getting cooked by solar radiation very slowly. There's nothing to breathe, and it's freezing. Also, no idea where we landed. Come on, Kat, start thinking. Yeah, no.
Claire, can you hear me?
No, Claire can't hear you, Kat. Claire was on the ship that exploded.
Claire?
Claire's gone, Kat. Maybe focus on the people who might be able to hear you, like Sarah and Ryan. Although if they could, you'd imagine they would have probably answered by now. So we made it to Mars. I suppose, if we're being technical about it, that counts as an at least partially successful mission. Now we just have to survive for longer than the next couple of hours before our oxygen runs out, and we get slowly cooked by solar radiation. All of that coming up in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're all having a great weekend, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.